Welcome back to another video on ASA Official PVE. In this video I'm going to be sharing how we tame the Dreadnought. I'm also going to share the abilities and some tips and tricks. Before we start the actual taming process, we're instantly starting with some tips and tricks that could be helpful for Official. Of course you want to find a decent level to tame, but what if there's only low levels on the map? Then you gotta kill some Dreadnoughts to make new ones spawn. The best way we've found to kill Dreadnoughts is with a Thyla. A Thyla does bleed damage and this is the fastest way we've found so far. I attack either the front or the back side of the Dreadnought. I pay close attention to either its tail or neck, depending on which side I'm on. Whenever the Dreadnought starts an attack on one side, I run to the other side and keep attacking. If you do get hit by one of its attacks, it will fly you to Narnia. So keep a close eye on whatever body part of the Dreadnought is moving to avoid this. This way you can dodge all its attacks and bleed it out for a new Dreadnought to spawn. Now I've tried to kill a Dreadnought with my Giga. There was a level 5 wild Dreadnought. I tossed out my Giga, started attacking it, and with one attack of the Dreadnought it enraged my Gigas. So Gigas are definitely not the way to go for this. Like I said, as far as we found, Thyla is the best way. I'll speed it up a little bit so that you can see that we actually kill it. Another tip I'd like to share is the Zeppelin. If you want to tame a Dreadnought, you gotta bring it to an element vein. The bigger the vein, the better the taming effectiveness. But more about this later in the video. When you feed one element to a Dreadnought, it'll follow you for 1 minute, so you can lure it to a vein. But since we play on Official, we also have 70 other players on the map that also want to complete element veins for their own element. So if you find a Dreadnought, you might take too long luring it to a vein before someone else starts it. We found a way to speed up the luring process. If you have a Zeppelin, park it in front of the Dreadnought. Feed the Dreadnought one element to lure it onto the Zeppelin and fly away to wherever you want to go. Until they fix this, I guess. The Dreadnought does not fall off and you can bring it to wherever you like. If you've reached your destination, park the Zeppelin, feed it another element and lure it off again. Now it's time for the actual tame. Onto the actual taming process of the Dreadnought. We found a 115 Dreadnought that my tribe mate put on a Zeppelin while I was looking for an alpha vein. We found an alpha vein, so my tribe mate flew it over. We parked the Zeppelin close to the vein. While my tribe mate parked it, I already fed it one element to the Dreadnought to lure it to the vein. You can see when the Dreadnought is locked onto the vein. At this moment, some of the small element nodes will break, basically making a path for the Dreadnought. At this moment, you know he's locked onto the vein, but he still needs to walk to the center. There were some trees in the way, so me and my tribe mate got rid of some trees so it didn't get stuck on its way. As you can see, he was turning and bobbing and weaving. As soon as the Dreadnought is near the middle of the vein, I claim the vein. This way, the vein is ours. And this is also the moment for me to toss out my Giga. If you toss out your Giga or Karcher sooner than the Dreadnought is locked onto the vein, he will fully focus your Tame, because he hunts Titans, Gigas or Karchers. So only toss out your Giga or your Karcher if he's actually locked onto the vein. Now that we claimed the vein is ours, and after you tame the Dreadnought, you can still complete the defense and harvest the vein. As soon as the Dreadnought reaches the middle, the taming process starts. This means there will be waves of enemies that will try to attack your Dreadnought or vein. But on Official, this is bugged. As far as I know at this moment of uploading the video, This is also bugged on official clusters, and this is only actually works on single player. Until they fix this, of course. On official, the creatures just stand still on the outside ring of the vein. So you just go around on a jumper and kill the passive, standing still, corrupted dinos. So at this moment, Dreadnought taming is super easy. But like I said, until they fix this, of course. Because then you actually gotta protect your Dreadnought. You gotta protect it for 5 waves, and sometimes a message on the top of your screen will tell you there's still hostiles or that a new wave will start. Each wave you gain 20% taming on your Dreadnought. I'm speeding up the first wave so you can see that we get 20% taming, and I'm cutting out the middle waves and speeding up the end bit so you don't have to watch me chomp passive creatures for too long, but can still see the beginning and ending of the tame. Earlier I said something about the bigger the vein the better. I will explain this. Every level Dreadnought is tameable on any tier vein, either Gamma, Beta or Alpha. Each wave you get 20% taming, doesn't matter on which vein. But the bigger the vein, the better the taming effectiveness. So if you want to find a high level Dreadnought and you want to have 100% taming effectiveness, you have to tame it on an Alpha vein. Oh yeah, before I forget, I also stream on Twitch. If you're interested in streams, my link can be found in the description, or you can find me by my handle Gingerella with 3 A's in the end. Like I said, I cut out the middle bit of the tame because the only thing I did was chomp the passive corrupted dinos that are supposed to attack the Dreadnought and vein. After the 5 waves we have completed the tame, we cryo it up and let's go check out its abilities. So we toss out the new Dreadnought, we settle it up and let's see. But first let's admire the Dreadnought a little. Isn't this a stunning looking one? I personally really like the Dreadnoughts, mostly because they can be used for drops and veins. Finally a new creature to be used for this. A cool thing about the Dreadnought is that it can walk sideways. I'm on PC so I'll share the buttons for this on mouse and keyboard. You use A and D to do the sideways walk. The Dreadnought also has a way to turn on the spot. When you click left control you will see a blue icon next to my hotbar. Now you can turn on the spot with your mouse. The regular attack of the Dreadnought is its neck swing. Look the correct way, click the left mouse button, and the Dreadnought will do its neck attack. You can swing its neck to both sides. The Dreadnought also has a tail attack. This attack does more damage than the neck attack, but it has a smaller range. You do this attack by hitting spacebar on PC. The Dreadnought can also fire cannonballs. On PC you charge the cannonballs by clicking the right mouse button, and then you can move your camera with A and D to get a good angle. I'm thinking this might be very good for taming titans. The Dreadnought also has an attack that requires one element. On PC you click C for this attack. Again, with A and D you can move your camera to aim more easily. This was a lot of information. If I missed anything, please share this in the comments and that way we can all learn from one another. And if this video was helpful, a like, comment, sharing or subbing to the channel is much appreciated. I'll hopefully catch you in the next video.